Okay, tonight, our head narrator cannot be here because he has a bad case of chickenpox. But since he's not here, we have two people to take his place. Scott Perez and Anita Penner. And since he's not here physically, he's going to be here in spirit. And instead of having Casey do the welcoming song, Ace is going to do it.
The sun is filled with shining light. It blazes far and wide. The moon reflects the sunlight back, but has no light inside. I think I'd rather be the sun that shines so bold and bright than be the moon that only shines with someone else's light.
Welcome to Free to Be You and Me. Our play is a special celebration. It is an adventure we would like to share with you as we explore all the wonderful possibilities that await us in the big wide world. Our first three acts deal with the wonderful world of babies. My mom says I'm her sugar plum. My mom says I'm her lamb. My mom says I'm completely perfect, just the way I am. My mom says I'm her super special, wonderful, terrific little guy. My mom just had another baby. Why? Hi, I'm a baby. What do you think I am, a loaf of bread? You could be. What do I know? I'm just born. I'm a baby. I don't even know if I'm under a tree or in a hospital or what. I'm just so glad to be here. Well, I'm a baby too. Have it your own way. I don't want to fight about it. What? Are you scared?
Yes, I'm a little scared. I'll tell you why. You see, I don't know if I'm a boy or girl yet.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, if you're a boy and I'm a girl, you can beat me up. Do you think I want to lose a tooth my very first day alive?
What's a tooth?
Search me. I'm just born. I'm a baby. I don't know nothing yet.
Do you think you're a girl?
I don't know. I could be. I think I am. I've never been anything before. Let me take a little look around. Cute, big, small, dainty. Yep. I'm girl. That's it. Girl time.
What do you think I am?
That's easy. You're a boy.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. I've been alive already 4 or 5 minutes and I haven't been wrong yet.
Gee, I don't feel like a boy.
That's because you can't see yourself.
Why? What do I look like?
Bald. You're a bald fellow. Bald. You're bald as a ping pong ball. Are you bald? So boys are bald and girls have hair.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. Look who's bald. Your mother or your father?
My father.
I rest my case.
You're bald too.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. Don't laugh. Why?
A bald girl. Blech.
Maybe you're a boy and I'm a girl.
There you go again. I'm a girl. I know it. I'm a girl and you're a boy.
I think you're wrong.
I'm never wrong. Look, what about shaving?
What about it?
You just shaved, right?
Wrong.
Exactly. And you know why? It's because everyone's born with a clean shave. It's just that girls keep theirs and boys don't.
So what does that prove?
Tomorrow morning, the one who needs to shave, he's a boy.
I can't wait till tomorrow morning.
There you go. Girls look patient, boys are.
Go on.
Can you keep a secret?
Absolutely.
There you go. Boys keep secrets, girls don't.
Yeah? What else?
Are you afraid of mice?
No.
I am. I'm terrified of them. I hate them. Squeak. What do you want to be when you grow up?
A fireman. How about you?
A cocktail waitress. Does that prove anything to you?
You must be right.
I'm always right. You're a boy, and I'm a girl.
I guess so. Oh, wait. Here comes the nurse to change our diapers.
About time, too. I've never been so uncomfortable in my life.
What a darling little fellow.
What?
What a darling little gal. You see that? I'm a girl and you're a boy.
Sure looks like it.
What do you think of that?
I can't understand.
Well, it sure goes to show ya.
What?
You can't judge a book by its cover.
What's that?
How should I know? I'm only a baby.
Me too. Goo.
Rockabye Baby in the treetop. Don't you know a treetop is no safe place to rock? And who put you up there and your cradle too? Baby, I think someone's down here got it in for you. Let's listen on a running dialogue of two baseball avid former friends. Dear Richard, don't invite me to your birthday party because I'm not coming. And give back the Disneyland sweatshirt I said you could wear. If I'm not good enough to be on your team, I'm not good enough to be friends with your former friend, Janet. P.S. I hope when you go to the dentist you find 20 cavities.
Dear Janet, here's your stupid Disneyland sweatshirt if that's the way you're going to be. I want my comic books now, finished or not. No girl has ever played on the Maple Street baseball team, and as long as I'm captain, no girl ever will. Your former friend, Richard. P.S.
I hope when you go for your checkup, you need a tetanus shot.
Sometimes you have lots of questions about growing up. I guess we always will. Our next few acts find our special selves as we grow up.
When we grow up, will I be pretty? Will you be big and strong? Will I wear dresses that show off my knees? Will you wear trousers twice as long? Well, I don't care if I'm pretty at all, and I don't care if you never get tall.
I like what I look like, and you're nice, small.
We don't have to change at all. We grow up, will I be a lady? Will you be on the moon?
Well, it might be alright to dance by its light, but I'm gonna get up there soon.
Well, I don't care if I'm pretty at all, and I don't care if you never get tall.
I like what I look like, and you're nice, small.
We don't have to change at all.
When I grow up, I'm gonna be happy and do what I like to do. Like making noise and making faces and making friends like you. And when we grow up, do you think we'll see that I'm still like you and you're still like me?
I might be pretty, you might grow tall, but we don't have to change at all.
If we meet and I say hi, that's a salutation.
If you ask me how I feel, that's a consideration.
If we stop and talk a while, that's a conversation.
If we understand each other, that's communication.
If we argue, scream, and fight, that's an altercation.
If later we apologize, that's reconciliation.
If we help each other home, that's cooperation.
And all these Asians added up make civilization. And if I say, this is a wonderful poem, is that exaggeration?
Dear Richard, I'm changing my goldfish's name from Richard to Stanley. And don't count on my vote for class president next year. Just because I'm a member of the ballet club doesn't mean I'm not a terrific ball player. Your former friend, Janet. P.S. I see you lost your first game, 28-0.
Dear Janet, I'm not saving any more seats for you on the bus. For all I care, you can stand the whole way to school. Why don't you just forget about baseball and learn something nice, like knitting? Your former friend, Richard. P.S. Wait until my game on Wednesday.
One day at school, the sand table tipped over. Dudley, Pippin's teacher, thought Dudley had done it.
Dudley, Pippin!
She made him stay a long time after school. Dudley was very angry. On his way home, he met the principal who had a long nose and fierce eyes.
Hello, Dudley. People are saying you tipped over the sand table at school today.
Dudley shook his head because he couldn't say anything. It wasn't fair.
Did you do it?
Daddy shook his head.
I knew you didn't do it. Your teacher must have made a mistake. We'll have to do something about it first thing tomorrow morning.
Daddy nodded.
I bet you'd like to cry.
No. Daddy said began to cry. He cried for a long time.
That's fine.
I'm sorry,
What for? You did that very well.
but only sissies cry.
A sissy is someone who doesn't cry. Because he's afraid if he does cry, people will call him a sissy.
I'm all mixed up.
Of course you are. Why would you be any different from anyone else? Most people spend their whole lives trying to get unmixed up.
Danny took a little white from his pocket.
Say, listen to this nice tune I learned yesterday. It's lovely.
And he began to play, and the music was so sad and joyous that it filled the quiet street and went out of the darkened trees in the whole world.
It's all right to cry. Crying gets the sad out of you. It's all right to cry. It might make you feel better. Rain just from your eyes, washing up the sad out of you. Rain just from your eyes. It might make you feel better. It's alright to feel things, though the feelings may be strange. Feelings are such real things, and they change and change and change. Sad and grumpy, down in the dumps, ugly, ugly, mean and ugly, fluffy, slappy, hoppy, happy, change and change and change. It's alright to know feelings come and feelings go, and it's alright to cry. It might make you feel better.
Dear Richard, my father said I could call someone to go with us for a ride in Hot Fudge Sundays. In case you didn't notice, I didn't call you, your former friend, Janet. P.S. I see you lost your second game, 34-0.
Dear Janet, remember when I took the laces out of my blue and white sneakers and gave them to you? I want them back. Your former friend, Richard. P.S. Wait until Friday.
Our next few skits find us on the home front, living, loving, and learning in families. When my friend William was 5 years old, he wanted a doll to hug and hold. Said William, here's what I need to wash and clean and dress and feed, and all to give a bottle to and put to bed when day is through. And any time my dog gets ill, I'll take good care of it, said my friend Bill. A doll, William wants a doll, said his best friend Ed. Why would a boy want to play with a doll? Dolls are for girls, said his cousin Fred. Don't be a jerk, said his older brother. I know what to do, said his father to his mother. So his father bought him a plastic ball, a bag with said, and that's not all. A bag of marbles, a baseball glove, and all the things
Bill's grandma arrived one day and wanted to know what he liked to play. And Bill said, baseball's my favorite game. I like to play, but all the same, I give my bat and ball and glove. You have a doll that I could love. How very wise his grandma said Bill, and everyone says this instead. A doll, William wants a doll, William wants a doll. So William's grandma, as I've been told, bought William a doll to hug and hold. And William's father began to frown, but Grandma smiled and calmed him down, explaining, William wants a doll, so when he has a baby someday, he'll know how to dress it, put diapers on double, and gently caress it to bring up a bubble, and care for his baby as every good father should learn to do. William has a doll, William has a doll, 'cause someday he may want to be a father too.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe, and all her grandchildren played there too. She laughed at their jokes when they're funny and kept a green jar of bubblegum money. She rode with them on a carousel and played Monopoly very well. She taught them to paint and how to bake bread. She read them riddles and tucked them in bed. She taught them to sing and how to climb trees. She patched their jeans and bandaged their knees.
She remembered the way she felt as a child, the dreams she had of lands that were wild, of mountains to climb, of villains to fight, of plays and poems she wanted to write. She remembered all she'd wanted to do before she grew up and lived in a shoe. There wasn't a woman who lived in a shoe and lived in the dream she had once too. She told those she loved, children be bold, then you'll grow up, but never grow old.
on your unbroken record. 8 straight losses. Wow. I understand you're the laughingstock of New Jersey. Your former friend, Janet. P.S. Why don't you and your team forget about baseball and learn something nice like knitting, maybe?
Dear Janet, here's the silver horseback riding trophy that you gave me. I don't think I want to keep it anymore. Your former friend, Richard. P.S. I didn't think you'd be the kind to kick a man when he's down.
There was a girl named Abigail who was taking a drive through the country with her parents when she spied a beautiful sad-eyed gray and white pony. And next to it was a sign that said, "For sale, cheap."
Oh, may I have that pony, may I please?
No, you may not.
But I must have that pony.
Well, you can't have that pony, but when we get home, you can have a nice butter pecan ice cream cone.
But I don't want a butter pecan ice cream cone. I want that pony. I must have that pony.
Be quiet and stop nagging. You're not getting that pony.
If I don't get that pony, I'll die.
You won't die.
No child ever died from not yet getting a pony.
And Abigail felt so bad that when they got home, she went to bed. And she couldn't eat, and she couldn't sleep, and her heart was broken. And she did die, all because of that pony her parents went by.
And this is a good story to read to your parents when they won't buy you something you want.
Agatha Fry, she made a pie, and Christopher John helped bake it.
Christopher John, he mowed the lawn, and Agatha Fry helped break it.
Zachary Zug took out the rug, and Jennifer Joy helped shake it.
Jennifer Joy, she made a toy, and Zachary Zug helped break it.
And some kind of help is a kind of help that helping's all about.
And some kind of help is the kind of help
We all can do without.
Dear Richard, I wasn't kicking exactly. I was kicking back. Your former friend, Janet. P.S. In case you were wondering, my batting average is .345.
Dear Janet, Alfie is having his tonsils out tomorrow. We might be able to let you catch next week. Richard.
Let's join some friends helping friends.
It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Please enjoy some cookies and punch.
Ladies first, ladies first. Let's see if this holds true. Did you hear the one about the tender, sweet young thing? Well, that's the way she thought of herself. And this tender, sweet young thing spent a great deal of time looking in the mirror and saying,
I am a real little lady. Anybody can tell that. I wear lovely starched cotton dresses and my matching ribbons and my lovely curly locks. I wear shiny black patent leather shoes, and I always put just a dab of perfume behind each ear.
When she was at the end of the lunch line, all she had to do was say,
Ladies first, ladies first.
and she'd get right up to the front of the line. Now her life went on like this for quite a while, and she wound up having a pretty good time, you know, admiring herself in mirrors, always getting to be first in line, and stuff like that. And one day, she went exploring with a group of whole other people through the wilds of a beastly jungle. As they went through the tangled trails and the prickly vines, she'd say things like,
I've got to be careful of my lovely starched cotton dress and my shiny black patent leather shoes and my curly locks. So would somebody please clear the way for me?
and they did. Or sometimes she'd say,
What do you mean there's not enough mangoes to ground? And I'll have to share my mango because I was the last one across that icky river full of crocodiles and snakes. No matter how last I am, it's still ladies first, ladies first. So hand over a whole mango, please.
and they did. Well, then guess what happened? Out of nowhere, the exploring party was grabbed, seized by a bunch of hungry tigers. And these tigers tied up all the people.
How about this one?
Nah. Too bony.
What about this one then? Got a lot of meat on it. Meaty but muscly. Oh, for heaven's sake, don't take all night. I never saw such a pack of picky eaters. How about this one then? Looks tender. Smells nice. In fact, I never saw anything quite like it before. I wonder what it is.
I am a tender, sweet young thing.
Oh, far out.
I am also a real little lady. You can tell that by my lovely clothes and my lovely smell. And if it's the same to you, Tiger Tweety, I'd wish they would stop sniffing me and untie me this instant. My dress is getting mussed.
Yes, well, as a matter of fact, we're all just trying to decide who to untie first.
Ladies
Ladies first, ladies first, she said, and so she was. And mighty tasty, too.
I love it.
Hey, the babies are back. It's 1 month later, and they meet a new friend in the park.
Hi. Are you speaking to me? I certainly am. Hi there. Look, just because we're in a park and it's a beautiful day and I'm only a month old and I am adorable, that doesn't give you the right to talk to strangers. What strangers? Don't you remember me? The hospital 4 weeks ago? That suave, debonair baby in the next basket? You mean right, the bedwetter. Of course, the one who thought he was a girl. Well, I was wrong. I'm a boy. Are you sure this time? Oh, yeah, I'm a boy. How can you tell? I hate girls. Boy, I really hate them. Yeah, they're disgusting. Oh, except Brooke Shields. What a cutie. A real strawberry shortcake. Crazy about Brooke Shields. You can have all the rest. I'm a girl. You're kidding. Do you hate me? No, I don't think so. Hey, you don't suppose it's a new phase I'm going through. I'm going through so many new phases now, I can't tell which end is up. So how's life been treating you? I'm not sure. I'm only a month old. Yeah, me too. The time really drags when you're just lying here, doesn't it? When you get to think there could be 70, 80 more years to this, it could get to be a real bummer. So what's it like where you live? Things would be really great if it weren't for two things. Yeah, what? My brother and sister. What's a brother and sister? You know, people who go around pinching you and sticking their tongues out at you and going... That's terrible. Why don't you ask them to stop that? Are you crazy? I can't talk yet. Right, I forgot. Why do you suppose they keep doing those things? I'm not mad at them. If you ask me, they're just jealous. Of what? Of everything. They have to watch in the park and you get to ride. They have those ugly white things in their mouth and you don't. They have to get up to go to the bathroom and you get to do it right where you are. You know something? I think you're right. I'm always right. It's a curse. I've been alive already 1 month and I've been right 5 times. A curse! You were wrong about being a girl. That was my first try. You get one practice wrong before it counts. What'd you call those terrible people again? Brother and what? Sister. I never heard of them. Where did they come from? They were already there when I got home. I think maybe my mother gave birth to them like she gave birth to me. My mother didn't give birth to any children. Not even me. What do you mean? I was adopted. What's that? Well, remember when your family came to pick you up at the hospital? Of course. Well, mine let their fingers do the walking. I don't understand. They sent away. That sounds weird. Are you kidding? It's great. ended up with anyone. A blonde one, a dark one, a fat one, a skinny one with a dimple, one with a rosebud for a mouth, and one with a cute little bottom. But what'd they get? All of it. Me. Your family had to take you no matter what.
They didn't do so bad.
Believe me, you're not such a hot item.
That's an awful thing to say.
What did you expect? I'm too young to be diplomatic. I call them like I see them.
Look, here comes another baby carriage.
Look at that, a baby basketball player.
Look at that, a baby baseball manager.
What makes you think I'm a baseball manager?
What makes you think I'm a basketball player?
I'm sorry, it's just that I saw you dribbling. It's a little joke, you see.
You're always making jokes. I bet you want to be a comedian when you grow up.
Nope, I want to be the same thing my father is. He's an anchor person.
No kidding. Have I seen him? What's he on?
VSS Morse Greenblatt.
What channel's that?
The East River.
He's an anchor person on the East River?
Certainly. When the captain yells, "Anchors away!" he pulls up the anchor and off we go.
That's all he does?
What do you mean that's all he does? It happens to be a very important job. If he didn't do it, then the boat wouldn't go anywhere. Of course, it means he has to be away from home a lot. But when I do see him, he gives me quality time. Quality time. That's my favorite thing. That and holding someone's finger.
When I grow up, I'm going to be the same thing my mama is.
What's that?
A cocktail waitress.
A cocktail waitress? You're kidding! That's what I wanted to be. Before I decided to be an anchor person, of course. I'll tell you the truth. I still want to be a cocktail waitress. That cute little tray, those fishnet stockings, all those tips. Ooh-wee! And how about your father? Is he a cocktail waitress too?
No, he's a dentist.
A what?
A dentist, you know, someone you go to when you need your teeth fixed.
What are teeth?
I don't know, they come in later, but if you don't brush them twice a day, they go away again.
Okay, what we've got here so far, job-wise, is a cocktail waitress, an anchor person, and a dentist. Now, how about you?
Me? You're talking to me?
You bet your cute booties. Now tell me, what do your parents do?
Well, my mother drives a truck.
Your mother drives a truck? You're kidding.
You want to make something of it?
No, I don't think so. Hey, what are you getting so excited about? I think that's great. If I can't be a cocktail waitress or an anchor person when I grow up, I want to drive a truck.
And how about your father, darling? What's he do? What's a father? You know. No, I don't. Sure you do. Remember when you were being born and everyone was running around like crazy doing all sorts of weird stuff? Remember that? Of course. Well, the one that was getting nauseous is called a father. We don't have one of them. It's just my mother, my brother, and my sister and me.
That's terrible.
No, it's not. We have a good time, my mom and me. She feeds me, and she plays with me, and she hugs me, and kisses me, and she protects me, and she tells me I'm beautiful. I am beautiful, don't you think? Sure you are. And do you want to know why? It's because someone loves you. It doesn't matter if it's a mom or a pop or a second cousin once removed. As long as one person loves you, you're beautiful. That's what my father, the dentist, says.
Gosh, that's nice. Your father's a regular philosopher dentist.
Yeah? What's that?
How should I know? I'm only a month old.
Hey, you know what let's do? Why don't we meet here every day in the park for the rest of our lives?
Every day? Let me check. I think my calendar's clear. Monday, Tuesday. Yep, every day's fun with me. How about you?
Why not? I've got nothing nothing better to do until I can walk. Okay, then it's a date. My first date! I'm so excited I can stop wetting my pants. I'll bring the apple juice. I'll bring the strained carrots. I'll bring the reeds. Hey, look out. Here comes some grown-ups. Uh-oh, we don't want them messing in. There's only one thing to do. Ready? Ready. Goo! Goo! Goo baby. Richard, I pitch. Janet.
Dear Janet, Danny sprained his wrist and Joel is moving to Kansas. How about a permanent place in the outfield? Richard.
Dear Richard, I pitch. Janet.
Dear Janet, Ronnie caught the chicken pox and Leo broke his toe. And Owen has these stupid violin lessons. I'll give you first base and that's my final offer. Richard.
In families, we all have responsibilities. In other words, chores.
Whosever room this is should be ashamed. His underwear is hanging on a lamp. His raincoat is there on the overstuffed chair, and the chair is becoming quite mucky and damp. His workbooks are all wedged in the window. His sweater's been thrown on the floor. His scarf and one ski are beneath the TV, and his pants have been carelessly hung on the door. His books are all jammed in the closet. His vest has been left in the hall. A lizard named Ed is asleep in his bed, and his smelly old sock has been stuck to the wall. Whosever room this is should be ashamed. Donald, or Robert, or Willie, or You say it's mine? Oh dear, I knew it looked familiar.
You know, there are times when we happen to be just sitting there quietly watching TV, and the program we're watching will stop for a while, and suddenly someone appears with a smile and starts to show us how terribly urgent it is to buy some brand of detergent or soap or cleanser or cleaner or powder or paste or wax or bleach to help with the housework.
Now, most of the time, it's a lady we see who's doing the housework on TV. She's cheerfully scouring a skillet or two, or she's polishing pots till they gleam like new, or she's scrubbing the tub, or she's mopping the floors, or she's wiping the stains from the walls and the doors, or she's washing the windows, the dishes, the clothes, or she's waxing the furniture till it just glows, or she's cleaning the fridge, the stove, or the sink with a lighthearted smile and a friendly wink.
And she's doing her best to make us think that her soap or detergent or cleanser, cleaner or powder, or paste or wax or bleach is the best kind of soap or detergent or cleanser, or cleaner or powder, or paste or wax or bleach that there is in the whole wide world. And maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe it does what they say it'll do. But I'll tell you one thing I know is true.
The lady we see when you're watching TV, the lady who smiles as she scrubs, scrubs, rubs, washes, wipes, or mops, or dusts, or cleans, or whatever she does on our TV screens, the lady is smiling because she's an actress, and she's earning money for learning those speeches that mention those wonderful
soaps and detergents and cleansers and cleaners and powders and pastes and waxes and bleaches. So the very next time you happen to be just sitting there quietly watching TV and you see some nice lady who smiles as she scours, rubs, or washes, or wipes, or mops, or dusts, or cleans, or whatever she does on her TV screens, remember, nobody smiles doing housework except for those ladies you see on TV, because you
And even if you're
Soap or detergent or cleanser or cleaner or powder or paste, wax or bleach is the very best one. Housework is just no fun. Children, when you have a house of your own, make sure when there's housework to do that you don't have to do it alone. Little boys, little girls, when you're big husbands and wives, if you want all the days of your lives to seem sunny as summer weather, make sure when there's housework to do that you do it together.
If you have to dry the dishes, such an awful boring chore. If you have to dry the dishes, instead of going to the store. If you have to dry the dishes and you drop one on the floor, maybe they won't let you dry the dishes anymore. Richard. Susan Riley plays first base. Marilyn Jackson catches. Ethel Khan plays center field. I pitch. It's a package deal. Janet, P.S. Sorry about your 12-game losing streak.
Dear Janet, please not Marilyn Jackson. Richard.
Dear Richard, nobody ever said I was unreasonable. How about Lizzie Martindale instead? Janet.
Dear Janet, at least call your goldfish Richard again. Richard.
What are little boys made of, What are little boys made of? Love and care and skin and hair. That's what little boys are made of.
What are little girls made of? What are little girls made of? Love and care and skin and hair. That's what little girls are made of.
We would like to thank you for helping us make this important journey.
Mom put down the paper just to help me find my shoe. Kim likes chocolate donuts, so our cousin gave her two. Grandpa played with Julio, took him to the park. If you forgot to thank someone, say thank you in the dark. Thank the moon, thank the sun, most of all thank someone. Thank the stars high above, one for everyone you love. Gretchen taught a funny song to Jack and Eleanor. Ed brought Andy comics when he had to stay indoors. Mrs. Rose helped Dana when she waded out too deep. If you forgot to thank someone, say thank you in your sleep. Thank the moon, thank the sun, most of all thank someone. Thank the stars high above, one for everyone you love.
Mrs. Coe not only accompanied us in the play, but she joins us every week to teach us all aspects of the joy of music.
Mrs. Surratt handmade our great shirts, designed costumes, created sets, and added all the special touches that made our play so much fun. And Mr. Surratt built our sets. We applaud you.
Mr. Worthy helped sew costumes and build sets, and Miss Lou has traveled far and wide twice to take most of our wonderful slides. We thank you.
We'd like to thank Mrs. Fox and Mr. Hurst for their constant help and support, and for them being our right and left hands. Thank you.
We would like to thank Gerald Conover and Mike Heaney for making the sets and the spots and sets, the spotlights.
Next, we would like to thank our 6th grade stagehands. First, we thank Hillary and Julie.
Thank you, Desiree.
Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Tracy. In for the lay of blood.
This isn't on the script, you guys.
We thank you for not leaving us.
Oh.
Yes. Casey couldn't be here tonight, but he wanted to give us a little message.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, Miss Tidwell. This is Casey. We would like to present this gift to you to help you remember Frida, Binky, and me, and this class. You made working on the play lots of fun for all. I'm sad I couldn't be there tonight, but I'm glad Sarah thought to make his tape. I wish I was there so I could give you a big hug right now. Bye.
We would like to send our voices back here to our new friends and pen pals in Saudi Arabia, who assure that we will always be free to be you and me.
We would like you to help us welcome our special friend, Sergeant Jerry Childers. We're happy you're home safe and sound.
Far away. There, you had to take a stand in someone else's land. Life can be so strange. I wish we never had to choose to either win or lose, that we could find a way. I won't turn my back again. Your honor I'll defend, so hurry home till then. Stand tall, stand proud, voices that care are crying out loud. And when you close your eyes tonight, feel in your heart how our love burns bright. I'm not here to justify the cause or to count up all the loss. That's all been done before. I just can't let you feel alone when there's so much love at home we're sending out to you. All the courage that you've known, the bravery you've shown, clearly lights the way. We pray to make the future bright, to make the wrong things right. In this we sing your praise. Stand tall, stand proud, voices that care are crying out loud. And when you close your eyes tonight, feel in your heart how our love burns bright. Stand tall, stand proud, voices that care are crying out loud. And when you close your eyes tonight, feel in your heart how our love burns bright. You are the voice and the guiding light. Feel in your heart how our love burns bright.
for coming. We're going to let the children stay up here for a few minutes so you can get pictures if you'd like. Thank you all for coming here. Good audience.